Hey guys, welcome back to Donny Boy 13's channel, and we're back today with our final episode of this mini-series of transfer teams with Watford. It's the 5th season now. If you've missed last season, in the last episode, please go and check that out, because there's going to be spoilers in 3, 2, 1. You were warned. We came 7th last season in the Premier League. Very, very impressive. All because of one man by the name of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Well, him and Billy Gilmore, actually. It's a bit unfair to say that Gilmore wasn't part of it. Aubameyang getting the top goal scorer, the golden boot, and Gilmore not far behind, to be honest. So, two very, very impressive performances from them two. Took us all the way to 7th, which got us European football for this season, which is fantastic, of course, to have the final season potentially going for that European title, the Europa League. And also at the end of last season we went right through to the final of the FA Cup and sadly lost it 3-0 in the final against Tottenham Hotspur. But as I say, this is the final season, so win or lose, this is where we're going to stop. And we're just going to see how far a team of unwanted players and misfits can take you, basically. And so far it's took us to Europe, so I'm pretty impressed with that one. As you know, all the players have been transfer listed, so we'll see who goes. I can't honestly say I expect much transfer business to happen going out, because a lot of my players are older. There's probably not going to be that many transfer bids in for them. I found that last year that quite a lot of transfer bids weren't coming in for the older players, especially the ones on higher wages like most of ours are. But there's definitely going to be some incomings, because I've already had a little look at the free agents. There's a few big names there, so I'll let you know what happens when it happens. Okay, here we go. We've got our new recruits for the season. We've got in all from the free agents. We've got Ricardo Rodriguez, 78 rated left back, 31 years old. We've got Tahith Chong, for the youngster from Manchester United at the start of the game, the 19-year-old. He's now 24 years of age, 74 rated. Not as high as I probably expected him to be, but he's definitely good enough to do have a role for us. I've got Ilkay Gundogan, probably the best player in this year's pickup. 81 rated, 33 years of age, Man City player obviously. We've signed him for free. And we've got Albie Morgan, who I know has great potential at the start of this game. Again, somebody I thought would have a higher rating by this point. Only 68, probably not going to get too much game time, maybe in cups or whatever. Then we've got Bobby Adekanye, again, similar to Morgan. Know he has a bit of potential. Thought he might be a bit higher. Only the 71 rated, the young Liverpool lad. Then we've got Joe Bryan, obviously Fulham left back to begin with. 75 rated now at the ripe age of 30. Left back. And then we've got Izzy Brown, 77 rated. He's got a nice high overall now for us at 27 years of age. So he could definitely come in and do me a job. So let's see how these boys can do. Okay, we got our first transfer offer in for this season. And it's for Paulo Oliveira, our best centre-back, 77 rated. 32 years of age, 7.1 million from Celta Vigo, and he's off, and we definitely need a replacement for him, so I'm hoping there's someone in the transfer list that I can pick up to replace him. Okay, so I've been in the transfer list, and there has been some big names in there for this final season. I've spent quite a fair bit of money, but we've got some big players coming in. So we've got Juan Soriano, the goalkeeper, coming in from Sevilla, 26-year-old, 75 rated. Just going to be the man who's starting for us, really. 4 million is all I paid for him. Then we got a centre-back to go in instead of Oliveira. 75 rated, 27-year-old Kevin Schlotterbeck from Freiburg. Paid 4 million for him also. Then we got some big names. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain coming in from Liverpool, of course. Cost me a cool £16 million. 30 years of age now. Making me feel real old in this series. 80 rated still though, so he's going to be good enough for us. Then we got Marius Wolf from Dortmund. We paid 13 million for him, the man who can play right mid or right back. 29 years of age, 79 rated, very good player for us, he could be. Then we got Pero Nolascain. I have got no idea how to say his name. But he's 78 rated, he's only 25 years of age, he can play centre mid, centre back or CDM. Most crucially, he can play centre back. So I'm hopefully going to train him down to be a centre back. Cost me 14 million. Playing for Liverpool in this, I don't know where he starts. Somewhere in Spain, I imagine, because he is Spanish. And then finally, we signed Lassina Traore from Manchester United in this game. Don't know where he starts either. I think he starts in France, potentially. 23 years of age, so very young player to begin with. And he's 79 rated already. He cost me £18.5 million, but I think he's definitely going to be good enough to eventually take that spot from Aubameyang, or if not, definitely be a very good off-the-bench player for us. So that's all the signings I've made from this first transfer window so far. Okay, we've got a second transfer offer of the season so far. Luka Milivojevic, 78 rated, 33-year-old now, going to be leaving us for £8.6 million to go to Real Betis. And here we go, this is the exact reason why I just signed Lassina Traore, because I had a feeling that somebody was going to come in for Aubameyang. I did not expect somebody to be paying me 43.9 million for a 35-year-old 82 rated player though. So this is a big amount of money coming in, which I'm quite happy to accept actually. I don't think I'm going to get that much out of him this season, especially not as much as what he did last year for me. So it will be sad to see him go considering what he did for me last season with all them goals, but 43 million and the fact that he's 35 and retiring at the end of this season means that it's a guaranteed yes from me. I mean, not just because this is the final season of the series anyway, but 43 million is just a ridiculous amount of money. I'm happy to see him go. And another one of our big players going to be leaving us is Jordan Henderson, our captain at the club at the moment. 81 rated, so he's gone down by 5 since we signed him. And 34 years of age, and I'm going to be selling him on for 15.5 million, which is ridiculous considering I got this man for absolutely nothing. So he's going to be leaving us, and hopefully one of our signings can be good enough to replace him in that midfield role. So it turns out that Aubameyang is not going to be leaving us for that 43 million that we agreed, as he couldn't come to contract terms with Stade Reims. Okay, we've made 2 more signings. We've got one off the transfer list, which is Paulo Gazzaniga, which is definitely a fantastic signing for me. 80 rated goalkeeper, probably the best goalkeeper we've ever had in this series, bar maybe Ben Foster at the start if he was a 80 as well, but definitely better than what we have at the moment. Also, we've signed a free agent by the name of Jean-Paul Boetius, 77 rated, just there to make up some numbers on the bench, potentially get some game time. We'll just have to see how they do, but definitely Gazzaniga is going to be a big part player for us this season, our number 1 in goal. Got an offer from Hull City for Odin Bailey. I think I signed him in probably the first season from the free agents, and I thought he'd probably progress a bit further than he has. I haven't played him in any games, but I did think he might progress further on the bench. Only 66 rated when he leaves us for £880,000 to Hull City. Okay, and for the second time in this series, we are also selling Nicholas Nkulu. He's going to PSV for £3.55 million. So another centre-back we're losing. We do have 2 centre-backs remaining that are of a good enough quality to start for me, really. I have Jack Robinson as a backup, but I might have a little look if there's anybody else I can get in to replace this man. So the Nkulu deal has fallen through. He's no longer going to PSV, but we have another offer right here from AC Milan for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Not so much from these, but 34.2 million. Still a very, very good value for this man, this very old man, 81 rated now. He's literally playing second fiddle already to Lassina Traore, so I don't think I realistically need him here. Oh, we're having a bit of a bidding war on transfer deadline day here for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now we've got Borussia Dortmund wanting their old man back for 34.7. So we'll accept that one as well and see where he decides to go. Is he going to go back to his club of Borussia Dortmund, or does he fancy a new challenge out in Italy? We've got another offer for Odin Bailey as well here, so he could be going to Hull or he could be going to VVV Venlo. Is that VVV? VW? I don't know how to say it. But Venlo in Holland. Okay, and literally with 1 hour left to go of the transfer deadline day, AC Milan have come in with an offer for Billy Gilmour. They have just signed Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and they want Gilmour to go with him. They obviously saw how well these two worked last season. £46.2 million they've offered me for the 23-year-old, 82 rated. I'm going to accept it, but I don't think it's going to go through in time for this transfer window. I think we'll have him until at least January. No, I was wrong. Billy Gilmour doesn't leave at all because they can't agree contract negotiations. So I'm not disappointed by that at all, because Billy Gilmour is probably the best player I have in this team by a long way. So I'm not disappointed to see him stay. Okay, so we're halfway through the season. The January transfer window is about to open, and we're currently sat 6th in this league, which is absolutely fantastic. We're one place higher than we were at the end of last season. 11 wins, 4 draws and 5 losses. 32 goals scored, 24 against, with a solid 37 points. Just 1 point behind that 5th spot as well, so we could definitely get there, and only 3 points behind the top 4. So it'd be lovely to get up to that sort of area, but I don't know if we'll be able to. We are also still in we are still in Europa Leagues. We have got through our group stage, so that's very, very good. And now let's have a little look at the top goal scorer from my personal team. We've got Rafinha with 18 goals. That is not the person I expected to be at number 1. 18 goals for this man. 8 coming in the Premier League, 8 coming in the Europa League, and then 2 in the Friendlies Cup at the start. So those 2 don't really count, but 16 goals and 5 assists is crazy. Lassina Traore getting 10, 6 in the Premier League, 3 in the Europa League, 1 in the Carabao Cup. Billy Gilmour with 9, 7 of them in the Prem. Izzy Brown with 8, only 2 of them in the Prem, so he's been doing a lot in the Europa League as well. Then we've got Nola Skoyen from centre back, where I'm playing him. 2 goals in the Prem from centre back. Got Oxlade-Chamberlain with 4 goals in the Prem. Lamptey with the 1. Gundogan with 1 also. And then Schlotterbeck with 1 goal in Europa League. Eggestein with 1 goal in the league. Wolf with 1 goal in the Europa League. De Sciglio with 1 goal in the friendlies. Tadic with 1 goal in the Carabao Cup. Chong with 1 goal in the Cup. And Morgan with 1 goal in the friendlies. So very, very interesting to see there. Now let's see the assist leaders. We've got Ilkay Gundogan as the top, then Rafinha, Nola Skoyen, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Izzy Brown, Billy Gilmour, Gazaniga up there with 2 assists. Blimey. Lassina Traore with 2, Chong with 2, and that is all. So very, very impressive, especially from Rafinha, getting me plenty of goals this season. And also, I've already ducked into the transfer list, and I've already made a superstar signing. Not by rating or by quality, just by absolute name. We have signed Robert Lewandowski. Signed him from Manchester United in this save. 80 rated now, 36 years of age, old man now, but signing for just over 20 million. I've purely signed him because he's Robert Lewandowski, not because I think he's going to be that good for me. I think he'll be okay, he'll get goals. I don't think he'll be an absolute superstar. I think he'll probably play maybe alongside Traore, maybe just behind. But I signed him because he's Robert Lewandowski, simple as that really. Okay, we've got an offer in for Axel Werner. He's our goalkeeper from last season, I believe. It's an offer from Sporting Lisbon for 5.4 million. 76 rated goalkeeper. I mean, he probably would be starting for us if I hadn't got Gazaniga. So it's just a bit unfortunate that a better goalkeeper came about when it did, as he could be the man taking us up through this table. So, sorry to see you go, Werner. You didn't get much game time here, but what you did for us was good. Thank you very much. Okay, we've had an offer from Newcastle for Johannes Egerstein for 16.2 million, and I've accepted that one, of course. And that's it. The transfer window of the final ever series of this, with Watford at least, is over. No other signings, no other sales will be happening, and we'll just have to see where we can end up at the end of this season. So I'll see you then, basically. Okay guys, I'm here at the Europa League quarter-finals, and sadly we have been knocked out by Chelsea, so our Europa League dream has come to an end for this series. We're not going to be winning any sort of silverware for Europe, but I mean, to go out in the quarter-final is pretty good, and let alone to Chelsea, who are probably one of the teams that are favourites to win it. I think that's a pretty good going for this series, really. But yeah, hopefully we can get ourselves into Europa League again for the next season. Even though I'm not going to be personally playing it, I think that would be a really good finish for the season. To be in the Europa League and qualifying for it with the sort of squad that we have would be a fantastic feat in my eyes. Okay guys, we've just finished this 5th and final season, and I finished off in 7th place, exactly the same finish as we did last season. 17 wins, 12 draws, 9 losses, 58 goals for, 43 against, so not as many goals conceded this time, but not as many scored either, so not too bad. Spurs once again winning the title. It's ridiculous to me how Spurs are so good in this series. Got Palace, Birmingham and Leeds going down. Let's have a little look at the goal scoring list, shall we? So Kai Havertz easily winning. Look at that, number 7, Sebastian Lee. The man who came through our youth system has got 7th in the table with 16 goals. Let's have a little look at my personal goal scoring charts. So goals, we have Rafinha finishes with top goal scorer with 22 goals. It's ridiculous. Then we've got Lassina Traore with 19, Gilmour with 15, Ox with 10, 9 for Gundogan, and 9 for Lewandowski in the short amount of time he's played for us. 8 for Izzy Brown, 6 for Nalaseskin, 2 for Lamptey, 2 for Wolf, 2 for Tadic, 1 for Schlotterbeck, 1 for De Sciglio, 1 for Chong, 1 for Albie Morgan. And now it's time to have a look at the assist totals. We've got Gundogan with 13, then Rafinha with 8. So Rafinha definitely being the player of the season for us. We've got 6 for Nolaskoyen, we've got 5 for Gilmour, 4 for Ox, 4 for Izzy Brown, 3 for Gazaniga, 2 for Lassina Traore, 2 for Chong. So there we have it, guys. Very interesting series for you. I've shown, I think, that you can take a team full of free agents and transfer listed players and take them pretty much as high as, well, I would say as high as possible, but as high as 7th in the Premier League and in Europa League football. So it's definitely something to think about next time you're on the game and you see the transfer list. Have a little look. There might be some hidden gems in there that you can just take and turn into stars. I might do another series of this with a different team. If you'd like to see that, please let me know and I will pick a team, or I might even do a poll for a team and see which one we will do it for. But anyway, for now guys, thank you for watching this series and I'm out. Goodbye.